and there's no tape on it. What's
Perfect.
up, folks?
Perfect timing. You walked in just as the intro ended. Perfect.
Imagine the miraculous speed. My man Matt here has had his window taped up for a while now on his vehicle, and it just fell through. So I'm like, fuck this. I just tore his door apart and fixed it for him, put it back together in the last 5 minutes. So, like, yeah, a little dirty. Had to clean up. If it wasn't for the cleanup, I'd have been back here in 3.5 minutes flat.
Yeah, because I was looking. I'm like, I wonder if he forgot because I know he's been real busy.
It's been crazy. It's been actually very crazy. But anyways, I'm actually very excited for this podcast because we're starting to get past the hurdles of, we're getting into Halloween 2 and then Halloween 1. So we're at a good moment. How was your week, my friends?
Not bad.
Not a bad week so far, man. It's going fast. Tell you that.
It always does.
Seriously.
It was weird not having the auction last Friday. Throws my week all off.
You totally killed my Friday night, man. I had my beer all lined up. I'm like, I had a cigar. I was going to sit outside and watch it. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I hate that. I wish I could do everything, but yeah, last minute decision. Well, actually, the Friday wasn't a last minute decision. We had tickets to Steve-O in San Antonio and all that stuff a long time ago, and I didn't realize it was the same day. And then this weekend was WrestleMania weekend, gang.
Yeah, I saw your pictures.
Yeah, that was a last minute decision to go to. But you know how every year they do because I don't know the wrestlers these days, but every year they do like a convention around WrestleMania weekend where they'll have all these old wrestlers and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I better look into that. So I saw it's called WrestleCon, and I saw this huge list. There's like 150 wrestlers going to be there, and I loved all of them. And so we jetted out there Saturday night, and then I was looking up the address for that place. We already got our hotel in Dallas, well, Arlington technically, and I looked at it, and it said the dates were today and yesterday. So you assume a convention is Saturday, Sunday, but it was actually Friday, Saturday, so I missed it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
But
wow.
it was actually pretty cheap to go to WrestleMania. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you who's wrestling anymore. It's been, like I said, I think I checked out of wrestling when like the Iron Sheik was still wrestling.
Oh, wow.
That's how long ago. So that's the late 80s? Yeah.
Yeah, the last one I liked was WrestleMania 9 with Hulk Hogan. Well, actually, he showed up. He wasn't supposed to be there, but if you look in the video, you can see this lovely hat. I was hoping to get some more close-ups, but where we were sitting, but at least you see the hat. But anyway,
Advertisement.
I should have brought one of those signs that says, watch the Halloween Collector podcast on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Central. Or Eastern if it's Patrick, whichever.
Before East.
That's it, man. We'll have to go get some T-shirts made up and some hats and just wear them out so people are like, oh, what's that? Watch it.
I have a proposition, though. What do you guys think? And maybe we could discuss this later if you don't have a snap answer for it. But what do you think about doing the podcast on Sunday?
Sunday nights, like Sunday evening, like we did that like once or twice.
Yeah, kind of like probably like 4 to 6 or something like that. Maybe 5 to 7.
That works for me. Actually,
Is
I know
it doable?
it's doable for me because I know a few people actually like that time slot better. Because a lot of people watch this on rewatch because I guess a lot of people are home on Sunday evenings. They're not working.
Well, it's just that I'm thinking about bringing this store down to Friday, Saturday, Sunday during the season and everything like that till I get some people trained and kind of get some more stuff going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that works. If you want to do that, we can do that.
Yeah, that way I wouldn't have to make any special trips to Converse because I'm starting at 7 a.m. and going until 9 p.m. every day now, Monday through Sunday. So any little breaks I can get would be great.
So a week from this Sunday, since we're doing a podcast now.
If that's cool with you, does that work for you, Joe?
That's perfect, man. I love.
All right, badass.
Yeah,
Sunday fun day, man.
All right. So starting a week from this Sunday rather will be then. And I'll send everything out and let everybody You know me, I'm all over that shit. I'll send it out so everybody knows.
Right on. So
What do
let's
we got
get
in
to
the
it, my
chat?
friend. What's good? What's good? What'd you get this week, Big Patrick?
Well, no, we got Sturjo saying hello. What's up? We got GK's in the house. What's up, GK?
What's
Gabriel.
up, Gabe?
Big Gabe, what's cracking, dog?
Gabriel will be happy because he was one of the ones I think that was complaining because so we can. I think Sundays worked better for him to watch and hang.
Oh, cool.
So that'll work better for him. But yeah. So you got anything new, Joe?
I actually did. Got a couple things here. Was fortunate enough to go to the gas station, and I was able to cop a couple things here in Texas. I got this new trick or treat Captain Spaulding.
Nice.
Couldn't find this bad boy anywhere, and I finally got my hands on it. And he's sweet, man. This guy's dope.
I was just watching that last night.
Oh, dude, awesome.
It's always
I've been-
worth a rewatch every 6 months or so. What would you say? 6 months?
What's that?
How often would you rewatch a movie? With House of a Thousand Corpses, I would say like every 6 months.
Yeah, the Devil's Rejects I like better.
yeah, those two I watch like every once in a while. Like
Right.
I legit like.
No, it
Those
is.
things are
Except,
cool as shit, though.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, if you ever watched Pluto, it's like an app, and it's like all free TV and movies, and it's House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects on all the time. So
And we got
Nice.
Captain Blake, the retro cloth from NECA. The eyes light up. This one was.
I love. Oh man, one of my favorite movies. I gotta watch that. I haven't watched The Fog in a long time.
I've never seen that one. I've only seen the parts that were in Terror in the Isles.
Oh, The Fog's a great movie. It's
Oh,
a real
heck
good
yeah.
movie.
And last but not least, Dr. Decker from one of my personal favorites, Nightbreed.
Nice.
He's been evading me this cloth one, so I was able to cop it. Great movie, man. I'm a big fan of this movie, man. So some good pickups, man.
Very cool.
Yes, sir.
I actually only have one thing. I actually have stuff on order, but nothing came in time. But somebody posted in the group that they found this, so I ran out to the local Target and got this creepy alien looking Michael.
Oh, nice. He looks wicked, dude. I like his booties. I like his little booties.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Is it creepy?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so this is, you know what it is? It's that that funny company where they put out that real like bad copy of a Funko Pop.
Oh,
Did you see that?
yeah,
It's
I
made
know
this
what
is the
you're
same this is the same company. Funny. So I guess this is like their little plushy version of it. Creepy.
Wicked. That's cool, man.
and that's at Target, you say?
Target, yep, and it wasn't bad. What the hell was it like? I don't even know what it was. It was cheap though. But yeah, I
Collection's
saw.
coming along back there, Joe.
What's that?
Your collection's coming along back there, big dog.
Oh yeah,
It's spreading.
this is the Michael stuff up here, and then I have another little thing over here that's just bunch of. You can lose track of shit. That's just.
I got something that would look good in your thing, but when I got it, it didn't show up in as great a shape as I thought it was going to.
Oh,
But
no.
I'll get to that when it's my turn to show what came in this week.
All right.
Are we ready to see what you got? Hold on.
Excited.
What's new in Michael's horror and pinball?
So let's check
That
out.
was dope.
So, and you're looking in the back of Joe's at Joe's collection back there. I saw this and I said, "Yep, we got to get that for Joe." So,
Oh yeah.
yes, I got it, and it was a kick-ass deal, or so I thought, until further investigations. Then I started looking, and it's maybe not in as
Ooh.
good a shape as I thought.
Oh,
Right.
But most importantly, it's missing the knife
Oh wow.
Yo.
and the back. The Velcro's come off on a couple of spots, so it doesn't stick
Right.
together. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but if you want something in the background for a cheap price, let me know.
You got it, bro. I remember they were saying specifically they all came with like an individual card. Is that something that's a
An
must?
individual fart. What'd you
Card.
say?
A little card, like a numbered card.
Oh, I don't know. I've never opened any.
Me neither. I don't even know. I've never opened mine. Be honest
Yeah,
with you.
there's like a personalized, like out of whatever, however many made card inside each one.
With
Well,
the
the
black
second.
shorts and black shirt. Look, it looks like I'm wearing a one piece.
You're wearing a onesie.
Doesn't it look like a little one piece?
Well, without looking at mine, I know it has that silver sticker on it that says it's
Yes.
number one out of however many.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's another card. Yeah, I don't know. I never opened mine either.
Yeah, they were saying that that's the part that you want with that item is like a card or some shit. I was
Okay.
like, okay. I was like, I'm not gonna open mine to find out. I'm not gonna look.
Yeah, really.
Some,
Nah.
some Chucky.
Some Chucky love.
Don't
wrong with-
fuck with the Chuck.
Nothing wrong with some Chucky love.
I saw that Trick or Treat released a new something,
Guys.
little something. Oh yeah,
Good
I got
guys.
I got his little ass somewhere signed by Andy Barkley somewhere. That
Really? That's so cool. Yeah, I really like the packaging is super rad.
dude, that one's awesome, man.
Like they actually have like multiple pictures instead of just like one scene.
Oh yeah. They have, you know what? NECA's actually they're coming out with another 2-pack of him and Tiffany.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, that's dope.
NECA is a pain in the cheeks when it comes to ordering for a retail shop because they take your order and then they just tell you out of everything you ordered, this is what we have available, right? And then when they don't have something at the moment, they back order it, and then you'll get an email like whenever, might be months later, saying, "Hey, we just charged your account $200, and you got a package coming," and I don't know what it is. So it's kind of fun, but there was one coming, and I'm like, what could it possibly be? And then it showed up, and it had been so long, and I've been ordering as a retailer that I forgot that this was even a thing.
Oh yeah, the 3-pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh,
I pre-ordered that probably 6 years ago.
Yeah, I knew they were coming out. I didn't do a pre-order, so do me a favor, young man. Put one aside for me.
Yeah, make that too, bro.
We're gonna get some in for you guys. This
You have
just
them-
came in just as the one.
Just the one? Okay.
That came in as me, the consumer. You know what I'm saying? So when I was just buying stuff for my own personal collection, like 6 months ago, is when I went for it. But anyways, and then I got some more of these because these are always hot. And this kind of was a celebration of last week. You know, I figured I gave it so much hate, I'd pick up some more of these.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great set. Yeah.
Yeah. These things are kick ass. I'm sure everybody's seen them and probably even has them, but they're really cool.
Hey, you know the first release, the original ones, dude, those are expensive as hell.
Really?
Yeah, I saw them at a convention. The original ones, that dude wanted like $500-600 or some shit.
See if you can do
I
that.
was like, what?
Yeah.
The original, I can't remember if it was NECA or what. I think they were NECA, but
They charge too much for stuff all the time. Oh, then we just did partner up and get an agreement going with Creepy Co.
nice.
So you know Creepy Co. They sell like the pins and some wallets,
Blankets,
and
the rugs.
pajamas and rugs and stuff. Yeah.
That shirt.
So we're gonna get on with them, and
Nice.
there's actually still quite a lot of cool stuff that they have Halloween related that's still available, like the Halloween blankets, the VHS one.
I love that blanket. Yeah.
Yep. And thank you, Linus. And then the
Yeah, I'll have to keep it next to me like this. Suck my thumb. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's her.
Hey, nobody's allowed to sleep on this shit or use this except me.
You know what? Those are pretty damn cheap, man. Those are like one of the most affordable pound for pound deals for the dime. What is he?
People always
What
ask-
was he just doing?
That's why I was like, oh, those are.
Oh, yeah.
People always ask
And the pajamas are good too. I have the pajamas. The pajamas are awesome. I have a set that I wear and I have a set in the collection. Hey, easy. This is a family-friendly program.
That's why he's petting his dog under the blanket there, Patrick.
Just show how comfortable the blanket is.
Hey, when you get those age 3 ornaments, and Gabriel said put them aside one too. So
All right, we'll get on that.
yeah, actually didn't. Gabriel, I don't know. That's what he was saying. The distinctive dummies 3-pack is the one that's real expensive, and I could have swore I just saw them up somewhere. Maybe it was eBay. Somebody had to set up there for some
Are these
obscene
rare, like
price.
the distinctive dummy?
Yeah, they are very
UOI
limited.
ad?
Yeah, very limited.
So that's probably what, like $1,000 or $800, something like that. If you do see one.
I think I've seen them sell for like $800 because I guess it's $3 in one.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, that's just a little crazy for my taste.
Indeed. What's going on with your hair today, Joe? Did you go a little bit darker with it?
Oh yeah, it's like a what do we call it? It's like a silver kind of like gunmetal.
Now you look like you could be like a professor at a college or something with a lab coat on.
It makes me look a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
But all it is the glasses. Look, nerd, dumbass.
Sir, take whatever you want.
Nerd.
Don't rob us, Joe.
I know, right?
Whatever you want.
Exactly. You're like
Put the glasses back on. I don't want to get robbed.
Clark Kent, Superman.
Oh, there you go.
That's all it is. Ugh.
Patrick, what's cracking, dog? You've been sending us the good deals lately with that John Carpenter thing I saw. I was able to look into that.
What's up, Big Brit?
Yeah, I got to get on that. I looked up some stuff, but I ran out the door. I got to see what they have. I know I have some of the stuff that's actually on there. Like the if anybody wants the sweatshirt, it's really good. The zipper down sweatshirt. I wear it all the time. It's real nice. And some other stuff.
This is an illusion, right?
It's an optical delusion.
Yeah.
Delusion.
It's a delusion indeed.
Delusion.
It's a filter.
That's some shit like, no problem, Ossifer. I have not been drinking.
Well, it seems to be the officer problem.
I'm not as drunk as you think I am.
You're so drunk you did that right, Patrick.
Yeah, I know, and I haven't even poured my beer yet. Look, it's still empty.
Shame on you. Get to pouring, sir.
I got to pour.
Oh man,
A
my
moment.
appetite is building for some mac sauce as we speak.
I see him rocking the shirt though. Look at him with the camo green. Look at
Oh,
that.
Big Dog with the
Yeah.
SHG shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to it going all the way till the podcast.
Like
I was washing my hands as the countdown was going on.
the girls were flocking.
What you got to do is you got to get like a girl in a bikini, walk behind every so often, just holding up the signs, Strickland Hail Group, and just keep passing by.
Isn't that weird how that sells shit? I mean, it just seems to sell everything. But I know I actually did have some downtime today, so I was like, I wonder what's going. Let me take a look at what we got going on with the podcast this week, and I saw the comic books. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I saw that we're going to be doing Halloween 2. I'm like, no research needed there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw that we were going to do best redone parodies of Evil Dies Tonight.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
So I
got a couple of good ones.
down, and I tell you, at first I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass, but then once you grab onto like a couple of words you can place into those spots,
Yep.
man, I could have written 150,000 of those damn things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it too, because you guys will get to hear where my mind's at.
I decided to for the last topic. I'm deciding to improvise. So no pre-planning, just top of the head.
Yeah, the shrinks, you'll see into my head, and like when I go see a shrink, they'll hand you those ink blot tests. They'd be like, "Sir, what do you see here?" And I'll be shitting in the corner or something while they're asking me questions.
Everything is tater tots. Tater tots.
Waffle
Tater-
fries and tater tots.
Tater tots. Tater tots.
Ew, with that old lady gravy too.
Oh no.
We're in the
What?
South. You got to get them waffle fries with that country gravy on it. He says,
Yeah, that's gross.
man. So the I do have a mental scab. I think it's to the scab point. The trauma from watching Halloween 3 a little while ago.
It's developing into it too.
Yeah, so it was a full on like gash a while ago, and I thought it would heal a little faster, but it's still a scab. I'm still kind of reeling from that. To be
You still
honest.
traumatized? Like after we watched it, you went home, got naked in the shower, and just curled in the corner and cried?
Could you imagine?
You just tried to wash it off of you?
I'm in a weird vantage point. I've been seeing the arguments since I was a kid, or since the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I've been seeing the arguments, and I've even gotten an opinion of which side I was on, but I had never actually seen the movie. So, anyways, now
I could just see the sign in the scene in Ace Ventura when he's in the shower.
Exactly, right.
dude, did you see what happened to me today? I forget who it was, but somebody one of my cousins was wearing a Ray Finkel and Einhorn t-shirt, right? So I got the wild idea to write down a little Facebook post that said, name this guy, name this American hero, and I listed all of his qualities. And it was the scene where he's describing Ray Finkel at the doorstep once the old man pulls the shotgun on him. And I did it, and I even said, hey, if you think I had to research that, I didn't, because I'm such a big fan of that movie. I know what they say. Bro. And somebody posted underneath it, you could go on Facebook Live and do it. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I ain't got shit going on. So I decided to go on Facebook Live and do it.
That's what that was. I was going to ask you what that was like, bro. Whatever.
And then everybody's like, what the hell? But it's like, I'll do it for you real quick. Soccer-style kicker graduated from Collier High, June 1976. Stetson University honors graduate, class of 1980. Holds 2 NCAA Division I records, one for most points in a season, one for distance. Former nicknamed the Mule, the first and only professional athlete to come out of Collier County, and one hell of a model American.
No, bro.
Oh.
The precursor to that is one of the best lines ever. He's like, "Hi, I'm looking for Ray Finkel."
Yeah.
A pair of shorts.
And a new pair of shorts.
That is the best shit. Oh, that is the best line ever.
I saw when you posted that. I was just like, oh, no, now I have that stuck in my head. I was like, Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn. We found Mr. Winky.
Nice. Yeah, that was one of those movies that you could ask me quite a few questions. I would know the answer to it. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Halloween. I probably know Halloween and Grumpy Old Men the most, believe it or not.
I love Grumpy Old Men.
Actually, I'd feel more confident. You wouldn't believe me if I said this, but I'd feel more confident doing a Grumpy Old Men trivia than a Halloween one, to be honest with you. I mean, I know the credits. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was obsessed with that movie. I loved the hell out of that movie. And it was cool, too, because when I was a kid, I was like 12 years old, I used to write letters to celebrities because I would pay the big bucks to get, well, they were expensive. I didn't pay for them, but my uncle would give me like a celebrity address book that you would buy for a couple $100 or whatever that got updated every year. And I would send out to people and tell them how much a fan I was and this and that. And I would send them a self-addressed stamped envelope in case they wanted to throw an 8x10 in there and send it over, right? And a lot of people did. But particularly the Grumpy Old Men cast was kind of getting morbid. So the first one I sent out for was Burgess Meredith, the older guy. He played Rocky's manager and all that for the people watching.
You can't win, Rock.
Exactly. So I sent out to him, and he passed away. And I was heartbroken because I was just a kid, and, I felt this connection because I was waiting for the mailman to bring something, and he passed away. And then after he fucking passed away, I got an envelope in the mail. And it was inside of it was an 8x10 signed by Burgess Meredith, and it's the shakiest signature you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, wow.
So I got it in the mail after he died. And then you wouldn't believe me if I told you this, but the exact same thing happened with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon too. All
No
3 of them.
Shit.
And then when I met Sophia Loren and Anne Margaret and stuff like that, I told them I never mailed them letters because I was afraid something would happen. So
No shit.
yeah,
Those
it's kind of
movies,
creepy.
those movies are like my guilty pleasures, man. Like I
Oh,
love
yeah.
putting them on and just I could watch them, dude, at any time, man.
You talking about Grumpy Old Man?
Yeah, 1 and 2, bro.
Oh
Like,
man, that's gangster. We gotta
Bro.
watch some films over here, big dog.
I'm not kidding. Like I think I showed my girl and her mom the movie for the first time at their place. Like I was like, hey, I got a good movie in mind, and we loved it, man. Fucking
love
love
that
that
movie.
shit.
Mhm.
Oh, you mean the low life, ash wipe, egg sucker, John Gustafson? The man's a menace, always going around hanging out at them kinky strip bars. You know, the ones where the men take the clothes off?
That's a great impression. That's great.
I used to
man.
do it better when I was a kid. I haven't done that in so long, but Burgess Meredith, yes, Brett Patrick, Burgess Meredith was the best. I love that dude.
Oh, he was the best. Like I said, I'm a big Twilight Zone fan. One of my favorite things ever, next to Halloween. And man, I loved everything he was in. All the episodes with him in it.
Yeah. So which ones? There was the book one, the Mr. Beavis one, right?
There was a book one.
And
there
then
was
the Strongman one, right?
the Strongman one. Then there was the Obsolete Man,
Oh, I'm not.
where it was like a 1984 utopia world, and people that were deemed by the government as being obsolete, they just killed him. They did him off. And remember, he was a librarian, and they banned books, so they wanted to do away with him. Look it up. It's called
some of those.
the Obsolete Man.
You know what's fucking creepy about this conversation is my girlfriend she's into collecting Batman stuff, right? Well, who played the fucking original Penguin?
Brett beat you to it.
Meredith, yeah.
Brett just beat you to it. He put it there too.
Look,
Oh, badass! I didn't know they had a figure like that. I would love to get one of those.
yeah, we all the line is just this line is still coming out, and him and Catwoman just came out.
Is my big autograph
Yes.
book here?
So
And he
that's
was-
fucking creepy. I just got it. That's this past week, right, baby? So that's crazy that we're talking about this shit.
Oh
Let me
man,
go see something real quick.
I love that.
Yes. That's fucking.
Kidding me? I still every time to this day, if I see the original Batman TV show come on, I'm stopping and watching it. I love that. I used to watch it as a kid. I used to have a bunch of Batman shit too. Me and my brother when we were kids.
Fuck yeah, dude. We got a bunch of that shit around here.
Interesting. I grew up with the Christopher Nolan Batman. So I had that like huge, like super like Tonka trucked out like Batmobile that shoots out the skinny like bike. With those badass
Nice.
wheels.
So and the funny thing is that's the one that my son knows. My son, that's the generation Batman my son knows.
Yeah.
And I show him all and he gets a kick out of the vintage ones. I mean, when they hit us like bow, pow, who
There you go. I'm gonna go grab
who
my
was
paper that has those sayings written on it.
who was the original Riddler?
Get into it.
Oh, he was that skinny white guy.
No, it was was it Cesar Romero?
No, that was Joker. He
The
was
Joker. He was a Joker, right?
What
The
was-
Riddler.
I can't
who
remember.
was-
He's the only guy I don't know his name.
what the hell was his name? I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I was gonna say Google it real quick.
Frank Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin, right? That's it.
Frank Gorshin.
Who played Mr. Freeze in the original that old Batman?
Right. Oh yeah, Anthony Hopkins was in. Magic was awesome too.
That's right.
That's a great movie. Funny story. I think I told this story the first time I ever saw Halloween, which was on HBO, October 31st, 1980.
Whoa,
And yeah, can you believe it? And and back then, the funny thing with HBO at Cinemax back then is it came on at night. It started at 6 p.m. and ended at 2 a.m. It wasn't 24 hours a day.
It was a television channel.
What's that?
It was on a television channel.
No, it was just on a regular. It was because you had cable back then, because
Right.
cable was pretty new, but it wasn't 24 hours a day. It would come on at 6 o'clock, and all the rated R movies were later at night, and it would end. I think at like 2 a.m. was when it finally went off, and right after Halloween, the first time I watched Halloween, right after it was Magic, because I remember watching Magic after it.
That's good ass Big Mac.
19 late
Oh hell yeah!
70s, 80s.
So, Mike's got some hilarious ass Evil Dies Tonight parodies.
Yeah, what do you remember that? The Evil Dies Tonight. What time is it? Are we ready? Oh, it's 6:30. Can we segue into that?
What's that? We could skip around. We don't have to do it in order. What do you want to do?
I walked into the restroom and Cree was like right answer.
Want to do the evil dies tonight first?
Let's do Evil Dies tonight.
All right, everybody, get ready for this one.
But evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight!
All right, everybody. Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight!
That's so cringe. That is so cringe.
Man,
So
if you wanted to torture terrorists, just let Patrick Ring put together a fucking video that they have to watch on loop. Because I swear to God, that was the worst 10 seconds of my life.
This
That
10
was
seconds
like-
you'll never get back.
Oh
Every
my
time I
God.
press fast forward, it's coming back to haunt me all at once right now. So, did everyone get a handful of these things?
I didn't.
Joe!
Hey man, you know what's sad is like you googling like fucking memes. I'm like, do I create some or do I look for some? Like I don't know I didn't know what to do. I didn't get the assignment.
Well, next time, text me next time. I'll
Well,
guide you on
No,
the journey.
no. I mean, he sent Mr. Patrick sent it to me,
I made sure I sent out the homework. I made sure.
but I didn't know. Like I was like, do I find out existing ones or do I create some? Like I didn't know what to do.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to. Whoever wants to go first, go ahead. I'm gonna have to pour a beer for this one.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot on this paper.
But you know what? This is a chance for you to shine, Michael.
Polo.
You're ready to rock and roll, man.
I got one. It says,
You want to go? Go ahead.
bleeding in my shite.
What? What?
It's bleeding in my shite.
Oh my god.
That one was for Patrick, a nice Irish one.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was. I got. See, mine's much more tamer. My number 5. It was Weasels Fly a Kite.
Is that okay? That crossed my mind. But I was on a different journey. So
I
my
could-
next one-
Mine will get a little. It gets spicier. It gets spicier.
I did say one about eagles on here. I'll say eagles die in flight.
Oh,
Eagles die in flight.
funny.
I got a medieval guys cockfight.
Medieval guys cockfight.
Oh my god. My god.
Street hose die from pipe. That's more like a news article headline.
Film at 11.
Street hose die from pipe.
Film at 11. What was the other one I got? Oh, here's a good one. Penal confused hermaphrodite.
People confused. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That
No offense to any hermaphrodites that might be watching. I'm a big fan.
Oh my
you're a
God.
big fan of hermaphrodites. Can we change the subject for one
Hey,
second? Patrick,
Hey.
I think I'm more interested in that podcast. What's up?
Hey.
What do you mean?
they're people too. Come on, stop it. In this world, come on.
What do you mean by people too? Like the sequel because they didn't do it right the first time?
No, they're
People
two.
too. You get it?
No.
They're people too.
They're two.
That was pretty clever. So speak of the clever, listen to this one. Steve-O lies in shite. That's a good one. But that's another shite one. But that's all right. That's pretty good. Out of sequence, though.
Oh my god.
This one went back to my youth. Knievel rides tonight.
Hey, that's cool. Evil Knievel. Did you watch those?
Oh God, I remember watching them as a kid when they premiered. Yeah, me and my brother had everything. Our whole room was either Star Wars or friggin' Evil Knievel shit.
I guess as a kid I was curious and I always asked, does he ever land anything or because everything I watched
He
was
always
like,
crashed.
That's Chris crashed.
He always crashed. I mean, one or two. If there was a handful where he didn't crash, his son, Robbie Knievel actually did better.
Yeah,
Much better. Much better. And when he was a kid, I remember watching him, and when he was real young, he'd be riding like up and down with his old man, like right before the big jumps.
Wait a minute. This Brett Patrick says, not to jump all the way back there, but he says he was also in a horror suspense film with Anthony Hopkins called Magic. I'm assuming we're talking about Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith, yeah.
Oh man, have you seen that?
What, Magic?
Yeah.
No, that was the story I told before. Yeah, I saw it. First time I saw it was right after the first time I watched Halloween back in 1980 because it came on right after it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, it's real good.
For a second there, it's Anthony Hopkins. For a second there, I was thinking of Anthony Perkins, to be honest with you. I'm a huge
No.
fan of his. I was going to watch that.
Yeah,
but
pre-Silence of the Lamb.
Anthony Hopkins is all over the place. I'm good on that. But anyways, where were we? Is it whose turn is it? Your turn?
I got bacon fries tonight.
I got a corny one.
Let's hear it.
Never bring an iron to a knife fight.
Speaking of Halloween Kills, you should have brought that one out for Halloween Kills.
That's right.
The Iron Lady.
That's right.
First there was Iron Man. Now there's the Iron Lady.
That's right.
All right. I got my number 2. I guess if we were doing it in order, I could do this. Emos die from light.
I like that one. Oh my gosh.
I gotta find my paper because I put the 5 down here, but I know I had a bunch that I was scratching on. Let me see.
Emos die from light because they don't leave their house.
Oh, here's the other one. Hookers aren't tight.
Hookers aren't tight. Okay. And then
Hey,
what
well, that's a fact, actually. I mean,
this one's my favorite, but this one's called Skiing Guy's Delight. Hey, it plays right along. Speaking of coincidences there, Joe, we got the Skiing Guy's Delight from your blanket fiasco.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, oh man. We got some. I'm just skiing. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm just, skiing, down the slopes.
and the scary thing out of any one of these that we've just said, it would have been better to hear that multiple times instead of Evil Dies Tonight in the movie.
Oh man.
I just came up with a special one. Mike gets baked tonight. Yeah. Woo.
Michael's fries tonight.
Tater tots tonight.
Michael fries tonight.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
We can make a drinking game out of this.
Yes, very much so. Someone shit in my Sprite.
Someone shitting your Sprite.
Honey Boo Boo's fat and white. That's stupid.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Somebody jumped in here and saw my thing sitting on the paper and decided to tweet. And they said blue, like mine were shit. And this is what they came back with.
Honey Boo Boo is fat and white. Sean needs a new light.
That's a work-related joke, but someone shit in my Sprite. That one's kind of relevant.
I gotta go back to my scratch paper and see what other one.
I love the doodling, bro. I love doodles. I love
But
it.
as a musician, I stuck to a very strict rhyme scheme
As
of
a poet.
bleeding in my shite, skiing guys delight, eagles die in flight, emos die from light, street hoes die from pipe, Steve-O lies in shite. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a cadence to it. There's a certain cadence to it.
It's a good thing I don't write lyrics because the other one I had
It's
was
a pain in the ass.
my junk is in her sight.
Oh my god.
Who would have thought when they wrote the script for that? Geez, I wonder what these people are going to do with this. Well, give us time.
My pee is brown tonight.
What?
My pee is brown tonight.
He is brown tonight. You need to go to the doctor, homie. That's you go, doctor.
Patrick Green get down tonight.
We could do that.
There you go. Well, that's what I was looking forward to this whole time. Do you have any fireworks?
Thank you. Good night.
Do you have any fireworks little clips you could throw in there or something?
No, I gotta make some fun. That's a good one. I have to do that. I guess we just have to go with.
Oh man, good one.
Or even better.
That's a perfect segue. Just
You
Perfect
know what I
segue.
didn't think of that would have been relevant to do in that rhyme scheme is if that girl dies tonight.
All right.
That sounds like it. From
That's
part
right.
4. No, is that 4
Or
or
5. 5.
That's
Well,
5.
let's make one for Halloween too. This what's one for the one we're going to be discussing later.
What are we? Well, we could do who looks best getting pulled topless out of a hot tub.
Well, the only thing I think of is the reporter. For those of you just tuning in, 3 people are dead tonight.
Oh, that's a good one. That's in the beginning. Yeah.
As a result of an escaped mental patient.
So we could say, like, for those of you just tuning in. Wait, what? How does the line go? For those of you just tuning in, 3 people died.
For those of you just tuning in, 3 people are dead tonight as a result of an attack by an escaped mental patient.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We need some.
You know how that we got quiet like a motherfucker? Like we got quiet, bro. Yeah. I'm watching.
And for triple word score, what was it? What was the reporter's name?
Oh fuck.
Johnny
Bill Weathers.
Donna Dick Smoothie. I don't know.
This is Robert Mundy.
Fascinating. I know Dana Carvey was in the background there with her.
Correct. Yep.
This is a lot of vagina.
A lot of vagina. I must kill Pap Smear.
I must kill Frank Drebin. You love Frank Drebin.
I'm coming live from. My name is Ivana Hum.
Oh yeah, and I faked every orgasm.
Yeah, Ivana Humpalot.
Funny face. I love those fucking movies. What's next on the agenda, gang? We got some Halloween stuff to talk about.
Well, what we can do is let's go into our collectible spotlight.
On his head. Oh, he's got a lampshade on his head. You haven't been around the block long enough to know the lampshade guy at the party, right?
No.
So in every group, there's the guy that thinks he's the cool guy that puts the lampshade on his head like he's so awesome. There's always the stereotypical lampshade on the head guy that thinks he's hilarious and everyone's just laughing just so he'll shut up.
So you have all your comic books handy?
Yes.
All right. Here's the deal. I, for the past 2 years, have been trying to find a comic book in person here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible. Impossible.
Did you hear that big thud?
What'd you do?
What is this?
That's a comic book.
No way. It's tiny.
There's another thud.
Yeah, I have a lot of them, but I don't have all of them.
What's that?
I do have a lot of them, but I don't have all of them. One of these days, I'll complete the collection.
Nice.
I'm gonna sit back like a little, you know what, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
That's right.
Because it's the Joe Show. This week's the Joe Show. Joe had a busy ass week. He wasn't at work all last week, isn't that right?
They ain't do a goddamn fucking thing. Hell yeah.
So this week is all about like just regretting, just being overworked and saying I'm not doing my homework.
Absolutely. No, you're right, man. I'm paying the price professionally and personally. Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's always the worst coming back after a vacation. It almost makes me not want to take a vacation sometimes because that feeling of going back is like, oh, it's like death.
Yeah.
In all honesty, though, when it comes to collecting these, in person, it's hard, man. Especially here, man. If you're not buying
comic books,
you're not finding that shit here in person, bro. You're not. I've been to every comic book store here in local San Antonio. You're not
and
gonna.
then even if you do, it's just gonna be some guy at a stand like at Trader Village, and he's gonna charge $30 a piece.
Yeah, and I couldn't even find anything. Nothing.
I would go to Trader's Village for real, but they are crazy expensive. The unfortunate thing about the comic books is, they are hard to find, but more importantly, even if you do find them, it's just that old-fashioned Halloween problem where it's overpriced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bullshit.
they charge some crazy prices for them. They're really
Nobody does dollar bids, starting bids anymore, do they?
No,
I don't think so.
That's too bad. Because
I
if
was
they just let
looking
the
to-
market bid on it, that'd be great. Then we
I
could
was-
rearrange things. Oh,
Yeah,
what is that?
I just resort to people making things. So this is just a notebook that I bought because it looked like a fucking comic book, but all it is, it's just for me to make personal notes. All it is.
That's too cool. I got a poster
Yeah.
of that picture. I love that picture. That's the best, one of the great
That's
ones.
nice.
Those EC
Oh,
comic looking
that's-
variants.
That's it, man. I couldn't find nothing.
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 I love. Do you like those EC comic variants? Can you see those over there? I don't know if the clothes are in the way. Can you see anything?
Nah.
You see those posters?
Oh, the posters, yeah.
Yeah, the variants. There's one of
Oh
Halloween
yeah.
3, then Halloween 2, then Halloween 1.
I see it. I see what you're talking about. I see
I
it.
love those things. I got a bunch of those kind of things. I want to get an artist, one of the artists, so he could do some work like for the shop and for the band and shit. Why am I?
I want a kind of a tattoo like that, kind of like, but like cartoonish in color, like on my back or something. But like it looks like the cover of a comic book. Like that would be dope. That's a good idea to me.
That'd be gangster.
Fuck yeah.
So what do you
Alright, so-
think, Patrick? I feel pretty confident that these comic books are pretty thorough.
So I'll
if
run
you
through the ones
wanna
I have
do-
because I know you have them all. Probably you have them all, right?
There's probably a handful. I know there's a couple that I don't have, but they're ridiculous.
Well, I'll run through because I got a small. It's a small pile because I got. Let's see the 30 Years of Terror. Trying to see if I can.
Oh fuck yeah.
I always loved that cover with Loomis. It was great. I love that cover.
That's fucking killer, dude.
Is that 30 Years of Terror cover?
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That'd be good on a shirt. First Death of Laurie Strode.
I love that.
Halloween #1. He was #1.
That's dope.
Number 1.
I moved stuff around. So, there we go. I had to find the right spot.
Goes in
the
the dark too.
The G spot. Yes, it does.
That's it. The spot where it glows. The G spot.
The G spot.
Night dance.
Devil. It was his eyes. The devil's eyes.
Halloween 3. Woohoo!
The other First Death of Laurie Strode.
Oh, she looks cute.
Second printing is the first one. Where is? There we go.
You're getting good at adjusting for that glare.
Yeah, it's. There we go.
That's a
What-
good
what-
one.
Is that different? It's just white, black and white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are the same. They're just variants. Actually,
Got it.
I actually documented them on the back because
Got it.
so I knew the other First Death of Laurie Strode with a different cover.
That
Halloween
makes
Night
more
Dance.
sense than looking at your shoulder, right? Did you see that?
Another 30 Years of Terror.
She should just slug you just because fuck it.
It kind of looks like
I'm
the,
like, I'm
Halloween
failing at
podcast,
that.
doesn't it?
So I should
Yeah,
just
That's
check
cool.
you just because fuck it.
Night Dance.
Because I'm not getting them.
I always liked that cover. I thought that
That's a
cover was
good
cool.
one. That's
He looks like y'all guys see that movie Tango and Cash?
Oh, I love Tango and Cash.
Oh, that bad guy with the big chin. That guy.
Mhm.
That guy looked that Michael looked like that guy was wearing the mask.
Second printing. Night Dance. I think I found the
Oh,
spot.
I think the artwork is what I'm most obsessed with. Actually, since
Seriously.
opening the store, I don't think I've sold any posters.
That's dope.
This one I love
Nice.
too.
Oh.
That's awesome.
I love the clown. Oh,
Here's the variant cover, just a different color.
there's 3 variants, huh?
There's so many. There's 4. A lot of them have 4 variants.
What the fuck?
Well, that's because they know junkies will buy it.
Junkies.
That's fucking awesome. No, that's
This is a
awesome.
great cover. This is a great cover too. If I can get it to stay.
Wow, it looks
right,
like
where's
you're.
my-
Hey, whoa! It looks like the candle is actually lit when you move around the glare. You see
Yeah.
that, Joe?
Fuck yeah.
I say,
I'm on the edge.
Cool!
I'm on the edge of my fucking seat here,
Oh,
dude.
look at his eyes. It's his eyes.
So am I, but that's because of the hemorrhoids, probably.
Damn
Hey.
roids.
Problems getting older.
I always love looking for jokes and day-to-day opportunities, but that one unfortunately wasn't.
One good scare.
I love that one too.
One of my favorite classic photos. And this is the trade paperback, which is the majority of them in one book.
Nah, nah, nah.
Tango and
that-
Cash, guy. Tango and
Those
Cash.
are all the ones. Those are all the ones I have.
Very nice, my friend. Very fucking nice, my friend. Very
That is not an easy collection to come by, my friend.
Yeah. And a lot of them I will say I bought when they came out.
Say yes or no. I don't remember if you. I don't remember. I was getting enthralled in yours.
What? Oh, if I have it, yeah, that one I have. Yeah, I'll recognize them. That one. Yep. Yep. Yeah, just keep going because that one I don't have that. I don't have that cover.
Look at that. How
That's one of the.
cool.
That's a great cover too.
That's very unique. I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, he had that one.
Yep, I had that one. Yep.
Oh, you did? My bad.
No,
Oh,
I have to get that one.
Not that one.
Nope, I got to get that one.
You got
Yep,
that
got
one.
that one.
I don't know what this is. I don't know why I put it in here. Probably because it's with the comic book backing and stuff.
It looks like it's German. Did it come with like maybe one of the German releases?
It's German. Let's take a look at what this is. I never opened these things.
Hey, take it easy. The way you handle me. Take it easy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a little synopsis of the movie and stuff.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
I bet you that shit's fucking expensive.
I wonder
I'll
where that
bet.
came from.
You put your fingerprints all over it.
You was the one asking about cards in the damn things earlier.
What? God damn it. Fucking instant anxiety and shit. Like,
Yep.
oh
Yep,
shit.
That's a great
Man,
one. Yep. Actually, the one before that was the thumbnail I made for YouTube.
Here's the
Look
little
at
one on the DVD.
I have that, but it's with the DVD. Yep, I forgot about that.
Here's another one of those German things for Halloween too.
Yeah, I wonder where you got those from. Those are cool. Yep,
Yeah.
that's a great cover. I don't have that one.
Don't cheat me now. Don't cheat me.
Halloween 2, got that one. Good one.
Let me get my feel now. Let me get my feel.
And blue. And these are the cool ones, I think, because anything that says we only made a couple of them. This one's 200, and then I think this one's 400.
What?
So they only have 200 of these they ever made. Comes with the whole certificate and everything.
Yeah.
I love those things. I got all the Friday the 13th ones, too. Actually, there's more Friday the 13th ones. They got Prism ones that are like gray, like silver and refractor, like those old school stickers in the quarter machines you would get. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
My favorite.
Yeah. Now, did you buy these when they came out, any of them, or you just got them after the fact?
After the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the ones.
This
Some of the ones I have I actually bought because they used to be like a comic book store way back when in a mall near where I used to live. And then I'd go out there and get them. And believe it or not, back then they sold out pretty quick. People really liked them. And they were actually hard to get at the place. I used to tell the guy, put one aside for me, please.
I'll make you a deal. I'll sell you one of these. You send over $20 and take care of shipping. I'll send over one of these. But I was looking when you were going through your comic book collection. I have two of them. But I didn't see one. I have two for a reason, and you'll see why. But I was hoping to see this in your collection, so I want to try to get one in there. But this one.
No, I don't have that one. Yeah.
This one's near and dear to my heart. Do you know why?
Why?
Hold on one second.
Uh-oh.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Kind of scared. What's he gonna do?
I own the painting.
Oh, that's right. I remember you showing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, check it.
Very cool.
It's wrapped in some cellophane, so that's why it's got that look to it. But yeah, so if you want one, I'll sell you one for $20. I got a couple of them.
Yeah, put one aside for me because I'm sure I'll get something on Friday at the auction. Put it aside.
We'll put that there.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Actually, Brett saying the 25th anniversary convention comic. I actually had it. I had gotten it at a convention years ago, pretty cheap, one of the horror conventions. I ended up selling it because I was looking for money for something else. And like the convention stuff, like the 25th anniversary convention, the 40th, to me, I don't get that stuff because to me it's not sentimental because I wasn't able to go, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
You know, that's like going to a concert and like, you
That
know,
explains.
getting like a program or a show and then you buy this stuff after the fact. It's like, well, you know, I wasn't there. So it's kind of.
That explains
Yeah.
why you and no one else ever bid on any of my Halloween 25th anniversary posters that I put up on the auction. So it don't seem to sell ever.
My
Yeah.
dumb.
They're
Well, that's-
great.
They're cool as hell, yeah. And actually, that's where I got it from. I remember I bought something from Anthony Mazzi, one of the guys that organized the 25th convention. That's when I got the comic book. It was like a lot of stuff I bought from him, and I had it. It was cool. It came with the like a music CD with like some like different soundtrack music, not official, but it was pretty cool. Then I ended up selling it because I was looking for money for something else. Because I'm like, you know what, I didn't go, so it's like, oh, look how cool this is. Did you go? No, because you got to answer the fact like, wow, did you go? It's like, no, I didn't go.
Oh
So-
man, oh man.
But yeah, they're
let's
awesome.
see.
I love the comics though; they're just awesome stuff. See, this is where they could go with the series and make it like a cartoon. Could you imagine?
Did you
That's
pull this
beautiful.
one out?
Nope. Oh, easy. No, I didn't pull that out yet. Give me a couple more beers and I will pull it out.
I think you did that one.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm guessing we were just talking about this.
that's the one. Yep.
Thank you, baby.
Here is the foreign one.
Oh, that's cool.
Otro base.
My pale.
The chromium one. Yep,
Well, this is the chromium one,
that's the chromium. Yep.
and this is not. It's just foreign.
Very cool.
Brought to you by the good folks at MG Publishing.
That's
Trade
dope.
paperback.
There's the trade paperback. Yep.
Why you give me a face?
Oh yeah, that's the variant of the other one, right? Yeah, I don't have the variant. Yep.
And then you had that one.
Yep.
Here's one of my faves.
That's a cool one. Yep.
Looks like he's about to stab him through the wall.
There it is. Color.
This was the one that I had been looking for forever to complete the collection. Well, you know what I mean by complete. At least all
Oh,
the
right.
American ones.
Yeah, it's
that
like
one
the-
was the hardest to find.
the black and white variant. Yep. Yep, there it is. Call it in.
Some of them are sticking together because I had tape on the back of them, holding them up on the wall to display them.
Do you
I
say
might do that again.
do you say the same thing about your porno collection?
I was gonna go there, but you beat me to it.
He also collects Playboy, so
It scares me how all three of our minds think alike.
Actually, I don't have to collect them anymore because I have all of them.
Yes, you have them all.
Yes, and they stopped making them, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right,
The
they
only
don't do-
thing I got to worry
there's no-
about with them is a couple of variants of the original one.
So there's no print version at all of Playboy then anymore, right?
Correct.
Oh wow.
Yep, they gave me the option of taking the half of the money prorated left for the subscription or getting online access to all their crap for like a year. I just did the access, even though if I'd have thought it through, I 13-year-old me can't do anything with Playboy.com. You know what I mean? So
$80. What variant did you drop $80 on, Brett? What variant was that? Funny story about the Playboys. I remember after my father passed away back in 2009, and then we were cleaning out the basement because that was like his hangout area, play darts and have drinks. And I found like an old stash of like Playboys and some other magazines from the 70s, big pile of dust on them hidden up in the ceiling.
mhm.
And it was just like crazy looking through there. It was like the days before landscaping, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
It's like you went the centerfold felt like a pop up. It was like It was like big It was like big crazy hair down there. I was like, whoa!
Yeah,
Trim that shit.
that's right. I have to say real quick, nice collection, Michael. Very
Very
Thank you,
good.
Bravo, thank you. Gratis,
good.
gratis.
So you guys fucked me up because I go back and rewatch this shit, and I kind of dissect each individual item, and I actually replay this shit just to kind of keep an idea of what's out there.
I know what's going to happen for the next episode because after we did the whole thing on vinyl, the next episode, Joe came back with all this vinyl.
I'm
We're
telling
going
you,
to come back the next episode. He's going to come back with a bunch of comic books.
I'm telling you, it's like the fucking cause and effect, bro. You guys are fucking me up here.
What you push is just like, Joe, the first one's free. Go ahead, try it. The first one's free.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's perfect because it's like I've always said, this allows people who are new just like me to dive in, man, because you don't know the book until you read it. So I'm reading the book. Motherfuckers are learning as we go. So I love this shit, bro. I love it.
And seriously, this is a place that after the last movie ends, and they're going to take a break from the series for a while, supposedly, this is a great place to go. Go back to those Night Dance books and make it like a series out of it.
I could see that.
I would love that. Especially because there's a whole generation that grew up with with like different. I mean, I grew up on Tom and Jerry, for Christ's sake, but there's a whole generation that grew up on, more graphic comics like the Batman series and everything. You can make it such a kick-ass series out of those freaking comic books, man.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be a great place to go. I'd look forward to that. I'd love that. Put it on Netflix or something. I'd love that shit.
I'm sitting here getting lost in thought, like you do when you eat one too many Big Macs, and I'm sitting here thinking that, oh shit, I was thinking.
See what you did? You started thinking.
Damn it, that's what happens. What were we talking about? Help me out here. What were we talking about?
I was saying how if they made TV show out of the comic books.
Oh, what I would like to see them do with the Halloween movies is address the gap in between 2 and 4. That'd be kind of fun.
That could be a movie itself. That could be a movie itself.
Yeah, maybe just like a part 3.
I know all the rumors you start to hear. The biggest rumor I'm hearing is they might tackle Michael's favorite movie, Season of the Witch.
Man, fuck that. That's stupid. And if they do that, they're asking for bankruptcy.
I mean, they could just go. They could do do a TV series on Netflix or something like that, where it's basically like you said, fill in the gaps. What happened between 2 and 4? Make it a series.
Well, anyone could do that nowadays. It looks like everybody gets a special on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm sure it wouldn't be that crazy to get that working. That'd be great. But I think it would be cool to see like a direct sequel to part 2. Chris, what's up, big dog?
What's up, Chris?
Hey.
So that would be gangster. I think that'd be cool. A direct sequel for part 2. Oh, what if the rumors are true from like 15, 20 years ago where everybody's like, what if they do Michael Myers versus Pinhead, right?
Oh, God. No Myers versus anybody. Please don't go down that route.
I agree. But that would be an easy segue from Halloween 2 on fire into battling with Pinhead, technically. That'd be pretty easy.
Oh, God, don't. Please, for the love of God, don't go there.
The whole idea of there already is a flashback Loomis. You can literally recreate from 2 to 4. You could, bro. You could.
What if somebody did like a more true to the original style? Because Rob Zombie did a great job, but it's modern. Now, what if they took like a more classic approach and explained like Michael Myers as a kid going up through like jail and the system and stuff like that? I think that would be sweet as fun.
You could tie that into the movie that you're talking about. Have like some flashback shit, but kind of keeping the story moving to 4. You could do that.
Chris has a good idea.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm going to get rich, and then I'm going to decide I want to make a Halloween movie.
Trick or treat.
Michael has a rematch with Buster.
That's the first person I'm calling, because guess what happens in the first fucking scene?
Hey, that's my porno name. If I ever go into that, Buster.
I'm gonna make the fans movie.
Bust a nut.
Bring back everybody we needed to see and figure out how to kill him.
Just walk in the room, just busting out, busting nuts.
Variant night dance issue with the dance. Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice.
All right, so let's segue into the next thing. What do you guys want to chat about?
Well, let's see. We got the comic books. We did Evil
Oh,
Dies Tonight, but
Now Joe can join this conversation. He knows what's up with this.
we can join in.
It's time, Michael.
Oh,
Yeah. Woo!
oh.
This is brought to you by the number 2.
Where, is that you, Matt? I haven't seen you. I only saw you for a brief time.
Matthias.
It's a good warm up.
I saw like half of his head, and then the intro came in. I was like, yes, yes. Oh, that's awesome.
I haven't seen the second movie. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, you're kind
You
of
haven't seen Halloween 2? Get out.
Shame on you, sir. You should be fired from your job.
The
There
same
should be a
movie as the
prerequisite that
first
you
one?
watch every fucking movie before you get hired at that place.
You're
Like,
supposed
first
to do your homework.
First question: have you watched all the movies? Yes or no? No. Rejected fucking application.
This just in. Street hose die from pipe.
And then you like the part where the newspaper like fall onto the screen.
What's going on, Matt? You can't be all Mr. Wilson in this shit from, you know, you don't know Home Improvement. You
You
don't
don't know
Home
Mr.
Improvement.
Wilson?
Oh, what a great show.
You know Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement?
What?
You've got to realize that I literally.
You don't know Earl? More power? Nothing? You don't know nothing?
Why'd you say that like Scooby Doo?
I can do a
What?
mean Scooby. Okay. Hello, Scraggy. I would like some Scooby snacks.
Wait a minute.
It sounds like
That's Pennywise
Sounds
doing
like
Scooby Doo.
That is not Pennywise.
Do it again.
Pennywise,
That's
dude.
Pennywise doing Scooby Doo. Let's hear
That
it.
was more like Scooby Wise.
Yeah.
Scooby-Wise. That's a kick-ass nickname for you, Joe. Scooby-Wise. Let's hear it. Let's hear how you talk, Scooby-Wise.
You're like, okay. Can I have a Scooby snack?
That is Scooby-Wise, ladies and gentlemen.
Scooby-Wise.
Penny-Doo.
Brought to you by Matt Bartholomew. You guys are nuts, man.
Penny-Doo sounds a little bit G-rated for my taste, but
Scooby Wise.
yeah, Penny-Doo or Scooby-Wise. I like Scooby-Wise.
Penny do.
We got to figure out how to make this stick. Good old Scooby-Wise. Ooh,
You guys are crazy, man. We got to get you more involved, man. We got to kind of have like a little, you know.
Joe.
Gotta
So I'll bet you could take that
Just put a
voice.
camera right here.
I'll bet you could take that impression and alter it really easily into Winnie the Pooh.
Hello, Christopher Robin. I would like some honey. Oh, that's my English, you know. What do I do a good impression of? I can do a good amount. I just don't know what. I'm like, hi, I'm Sean Connery. I have balls of steel. You know, you can do Sean Connery. You can do
Sean Connery.
There can be only one Highlander.
I almost
Tune in next week on Halloween podcast for more Halloween related shit.
I almost forgot I put this together as sort of touche to what Matt showed last week with the slap heard around the world, and today is actually Paul Rudd's birthday, so I put this together.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Nice.
I love that scene, by the way. All the green goop and shit.
Yeah.
All that shit. Love it. Love it.
What an awkward situation, all that crap.
No, I got to give love and shout out. This is my favorite fucking shirt ever. Ever.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Fry Rags never seem to disappoint, man. Always the best. The best, the best. I love it.
He's talking Scooby Wise is talking out of character always. Scooby Wise likes to do his Joe voice quite often. It sounds like, as a matter of fact.
Scooby Wise.
Kick ass. Oh man, we got to do shirts one day, but I don't think we got enough time to do shirts. I can't think of how to do it.
Bro, I have 5. You have like 100.
Yeah, I got like 5 or 6 of them. You have a store.
You have too many, bro.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna contact like some of those companies. I was surprised that Creepy Co had a wholesaler deal. I was kind of surprised. I was very happy to hear that. I would love to sell their stuff, and then I would love to look into like Fright Rags and Terror Threads and stuff like that, and see if I could sell some of that stuff. That'd be kick ass.
That'd be dope. I'll tell you one thing: you can't replace these like people who make shirts. You know, they just fucking make them on the spot. I found one. I'm looking for it right now. These side vendors, man, you can make shirts yourself, man. People were selling them at Fiesta for crazy money. And let me show you an example. I bought this at Fiesta. What was it, 30, 40 bucks?
25.
Look at this shit. Tell me how rad that is. Come on, man. Come on. That's fucking dope. It's just like in part 5 when he's stuck in the chains. Okay, give me a break. And the guy was like, "Orale, it's gonna be $35, Holmes." I was like, "Hey, no problem, bro. Run it, bro." It still smells like Fiesta. It smells like tacos. Here we go.
That's a true story. He's not being racist in any way, shape, or form. That really does smell like tacos.
It really does. I'm Mexican. I can say that joke. That's okay.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you damn meddling kids.
He can make jokes, just like I can make jokes about huge schlongs. Because you know,
that's more like if it's a joke, that means you're not telling the truth.
Well, yeah, welcome back, Riders. How was your ride? You caught me.
Just kidding. Man. Just kidding.
Ooh, perfect. And that's a scene from Halloween 2, which we should be discussing as we speak.
Yes.
What do you think?
Who would like to go first?
I don't mind, because it seems like, I'll be honest with you guys seem a little bit more passionate about it than I do. So, in my horror career, not to make it a long-ass story or nothing, but a lot of the movies I liked were the scenes from Terror in the Aisles with Donald Pleasance and Nancy Allen, that kind of like a compilation of good scenes from all these movies like Psycho, Halloween, Nightmare. I don't think Nightmare on Elm Street's on it. It's not.
No, but, Chainsaw Massacre was
The Omen, Chainsaw Massacre, American Werewolf in London, all that kind of stuff. And Halloween 2 just always had the greatest scenes, but unfortunately, I never could take it seriously because I don't know why someone came in and gave her that hairdo in between getting carried from the stretcher in the house to the fucking hospital. All of a sudden, she's a different person. It's so bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that wig, because she had cut her hair.
She cut her hair short.
To do like Trading Places. Well, no, that was after that. But she had cut her hair for one reason or another. And so they had to put a wig on her for the sequel. And it's clearly like the stupidest looking thing. And it pulls all the focus for me. But I do. I love it. It's a classic. It's just as much a classic to me as the original, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can really have one without the other. I was kind of surprised they 86 that movie to continue on with these new movies that started in 2018, to be honest with you.
Well, I think they pretty much said the only reason they really did that is because they wanted to get rid of the whole brother-sister arc, and they really couldn't.
Oh, yeah, that was in there. So that's a little bit of a downside. And then why he would go to the schoolyard and just stab a crayon drawing of a family just stab the sister and write something in blood on the chalkboard. I couldn't wrap my head around that.
John Carpenter had too many beers that night and put that in.
Something. And I talked to Rick Rosenthal at the H40 convention, and, I don't think it was his fault. I think, how does that story go? with all the edits they had to. No, it was him that made it weak, right? And then John Carpenter had to come in and add something to it to make it a little bit grittier, wasn't it?
Well, that was the whole thing. They said, Carpenter came in and put more of the bloody scenes in there because Rosenthal kind of wanted to keep it in line with the first movie, like Theater of the Mind, off-screen kills, not bloody, but Carpenter wanted to keep up with the times, and Friday the 13th had come out, and they were and this is 81, so they were working on Friday the 13th Part 2. So, and that's the early days of the slasher, of the real slasher, the 80s slasher. So, the game was upped. It was.
Now let me ask you this. I'm going to paint a picture for you guys, and you tell me what you think. It's 1980, and the only movie that exists so far is Halloween Part 1, right? So you decide you're going to make a sequel. Then all of a sudden, Deborah Hill says, let's use the original mask, and they track it down or whatever, and they bring it in, and everybody's all excited, and they pull out that atrocity. What's the first thought that goes through your mind when they say, okay, we're going to bring back the original mask for the sequel? Here it is. Boom. And they show you what it looks like in Halloween 2. You would be like, why in the hell would anyone believe that mask looks like that the same fucking day? Like, it doesn't even make sense that he fell and, like, smushed it when he got shot out of the thing because he just fell on his back. Like, even if he fell face down, we could pretend like the mask got squished or something. But no, it just looks stupid. And I honestly think they could have very easily, because I'll bet you those Captain Kirk masks were very much so available back then. I'll bet you it was easy to just go to the store and recreate it in just like a second. And they could have done that. But why didn't they?
Well, I guess they figured they were using the original one. I mean, it might have looked different on, had they brought Nick Castle back, say. Obviously, he wasn't going to come back because he had started a career as a director. But it was basically, you can see it's such a round face because if you look at Dick Warlock, it's just the way his head's shaped.
And he's a lot shorter.
And he's a hell of a lot shorter. I mean, that's why they gave him those lifts in his shoes to make him seem like he was taller.
It could be, I would say I'm a very superstitious person. So if you say, what the magic lies in this particular mask, we need that to be successful.
You think it'd be, I was supporting that idea for a second in my head, like paying homage and people would want to see the original, but not then. Halloween wasn't fucking shit like it is today back then.
Yeah.
I don't think they had any like let's protect it fucking mentality.
To me, it's a different. I know it's the original mask, but it's to me it's different because it's played by a different person and it looks different.
I got a damn confession to make. Brett Patrick brings up something good. I had this conversation with Joe Caldwell, the guy that owns the station wagon, right? From the original movie. He says he has one of the masks from the original movie, and we start talking about masks and this and that, and I don't know how it came up, but he did bring up a good point. Have you ever had, how bad can you fuck up a mask with yellowing with cigarettes and all this other shit just because it's sitting under your bed? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just turn a fucking a perfectly good mask into that just because it was under the bed of a smoker's house in that short amount of time, could you?
No.
And I'll be honest with you, I grew up with two heavy smokers. Both of my parents were heavy smokers, so everything was covered in nicotine in the house I grew up in.
And nothing went decrepit and fucking disappeared.
No, you got like only place that ever really got the nicotine hinge was basically on the ceilings, the walls, because
and
remember
brown plastic on your action figures.
It's because cigarette smoke rises. It doesn't go under a bed.
Yeah, and it would.
So it was probably safe under a bed. Be honest with you.
Like
he was doing heroin smoking under the bed.
Yeah, like 5 to 10. It would take a long period of time, like 5 to 10 fucking years. And the only thing I ever noticed was clothes in the closet, the shoulders of the clothing. Like white shirts would have like brown markings and shit. You could never tell. It's not underneath the bed. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Now, if I didn't have 7,000 things going on, I think it would be an interesting little college project to do a little research on the mask. Like, try to track down a little bit better answers. I don't know if it's been done probably 1,000 times over. But I'll be honest with you. I think there's way too many like what that doesn't even make sense parts of the story. You know what I mean?
Just fucking putting on
Chris. That was funny, Chris.
Chris, she smoked with it on. Puff, puff, pass. That's right.
She did some other. No.
Michael Hires. That should be my nickname. Everybody's getting famous putting on Halloween masks and doing stupid shit in public, like just standing there and walking around the beach or whatever.
I got another corny idea. Instead of
You could still
painting
mail it,
with a twist, let's do making a mask with a twist.
What do you mean?
Drinking and making a mask, baby. Spray paint, all that shit. Think about that.
I don't think I want to let this go just yet, Patrick. I think we accept a lot of things as Halloween fans, and we just sort of take it. We don't stop and say, "Hey, wait a minute, what the fuck are you talking about?" This mask thing is like there's so many issues with. Oh, look, there's me.
What happened?
Show 'em. This is me smoking my CBD outside the other day.
I knew you wearing a fucking mask. I knew it. I knew it.
Dude, this. Oh my god, this sucks.
Hey, you can't get in trouble. Nobody knows.
Hey,
it's you.
Matt, send that to
light
me.
it for him. He couldn't see.
Send that to me. I'll make a nice little video with it.
Okay, I will.
Bro, you're not in trouble. Nobody knows it's you.
Well, it's CBD, gang. So
Oh, I know, but that's what you say.
I will say this: out of
you know what
all the
CBD
movies,
stands for? Could be the real thing.
Read the shit.
I will say this: out of all the movies, Halloween 2 is the least one I could complain the mask about because there's so many bad masks that you can't give too much hate on Halloween 2 compared to some of the other shit they gave us.
You bet your sweet ass.
I mean, come on.
Well,
There's
what do
been
you
so
think?
many horrible ones. So
Seriously,
I
what's
don't-
going
I
on with
can't
this
tell
mask
you
situation?
A more famous, scene than the blood tears, man. Like,
I got my blood tears mask right there.
yeah, that comes from 2, man. Like, that movie gave us one of the
And
most
there's
iconic.
the Elrod. That's the Elrod mask right there. That's the other H2 mask. That's the vinyl H2 mask right there. Ooh.
Well, happy polylogies, but does anybody know what we know of the masks from the original movie? Like where they are now, what's going on with them, that kind of thing?
Now I could do some research. Like I said, I know there's that one person that has the one that looks horrible. It's just falling
Yeah.
apart. That's one of them. If you're telling me the guy that has the station wagon has one of the other ones,
He
then,
says he has one of the other ones. He says it's one that was used for part 2 that looks good. He claims it's, in the scene at the end when all of a sudden he turns around and when he chases Laurie Strode into the thing right at the
and
end.
Luma stabs him.
Yes, and he turns his head and the mask just looks great for 1 second. He
Right.
swears that is the mask.
Oh, maybe.
And he has that one. And then when I said, well, what about XYZ, this and that, the one that's dissipating, they said is the actual one. He's like, well, think about all the cues, like that red blood they used. There's no way that you would have got that off of that mask. No way. And I kind of agree with that. I couldn't imagine that kind of a blood coming off that white latex like that.
I like Brad Patrick better than that metrosexual resurrection mask. It's true.
I love it.
And to Chris's point, I was about to bring it up. I knew Dick Warlock had one, but didn't he give it to somebody? There was a story that
Told it to the guy who owned that amusement park.
Right. I knew somebody got it. And I
Haunted
couldn't
house.
remember who. I couldn't remember.
He bought that, and he bought the boots and the coveralls.
I saw a story about it. I couldn't think of who it was.
And that's the guy who currently owns it today.
Yeah.
The one who has that decrepit look. He swears he's got it in a safe and all this other stuff, preventing it from getting any worse or whatever.
Right. I mean, the only thing you could do with something from the 70s, one of those older masks, you just have to foam fill them. That's what the people do. You foam fill it, so at least it makes it solid, but it doesn't deteriorate.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No, so there's a lot of secrets.
That's
still to
cheating.
Well, you know what? I completely forgot. I have to. Did you guys see that? Who I'm sure you guys know is guys that like masks. Who Nick Mulpagano is?
Yeah.
Did you see the mask that he made that he's selling on eBay?
Mm-mm.
with these freaking. It looks like it's like all different colors, like red, white, and blue colors, and it's got all these big fucking sprouts coming out of its head.
Really?
And it's a Myers mask, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Sounds goofy.
It's like Myers Kid and Play. It's like weird. Look it up. I don't have a picture, or I'll bring it up.
What's his name?
Nick Molpagano.
Molpagano.
Yeah, he makes really good masks. Actually, he did the sculpt for the. Did he do the sculpt for the trick or treat for the Tots ones? That's it right there. Look at that, Joe.
Oh shit!
What the fuck is that all about?
It's like the fucking island boys off TikTok. All right, I'm an island boy.
No,
It's
it
like-
looks like somebody took those
Dude,
popsicles
it does look like
and
Island
set 'em
Boy.
out like cigarettes on his head.
The last glad, man. This is my hat, man.
It's a gigolo.
Bomba clot. Give me something or I'll stab you in the ass.
Yeah, I suggest everybody look that up themselves because you can't really see how colorful it is.
Looks like those things that grow out of a potato that's been sitting around for too fucking long.
What the
Mhm.
fuck? I was genuinely excited until I saw that.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
it's-
did. I have one of his books that he did a giveaway for or something like that. That has a bunch of like reference pictures for the mask, like real close up and better quality and stuff like that. Like so you can see the definition of the mask specifically. It's a pretty sweet book.
Do you know anybody that does any good rehauls? I know a lot of rehaul people's names, but I don't have any rehaul masks to suggest anybody.
So I don't know if I'm a huge fan of looking up to these guys like everyone does because they're kind of like celebrities in their own way. You know what I mean? And they do a great job, but like they start talking about like over $1,000 and oh he's booked up for like a year and a half. It's like I ain't waiting that long.
I'm the same. That's why I don't have any custom masks. I mean, some of them are fantastic, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to drop $1,000 on a mask. I'm not going to wait a year for a mask. And to me, but I see a lot of guys that just collect the masks, and that's their thing. And
Well,
that's
I do
cool.
recommend.
I get it.
I'll be
I get
honest.
it.
I was kicking and screaming because the mask thing was a little ridiculous. I thought because everyone that I thought looked good was going for like 1,200 plus,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm not joining in on that stupidity. So
They do need a chia pet.
They do need a fucking chia pet. I keep seeing
So-
Pennywise and shit.
owns the Chia Pets now.
Who?
Trick or Treat, right?
Do they?
It's either Trick or Treat or NECA. One of those two owns Chia Pets now, and they make like Weird Al ones, and they've got other horror figures, but they don't have. I don't think they have a Michael Myers one. I'll have to check to see if that's an option. I hate Chia Pets. I didn't think anyone would want one, or I'd have ordered them for the store.
So so back on your review of Halloween 2, what do you think? What do you like? What don't you like? Obviously, the mask is an issue. The hair, her
hot tub
her
scene.
wig,
Drum roll.
Okay,
the hot tub scene.
talking it out.
Hey,
Yeah.
best center tots in the series. Come on,
Yes.
man.
Hands down, number
That's
one.
gotta be in. That's gotta be in there.
Number one. That was when we talked about the best sex scenes. That was my number one. I think it was Michael's number one too.
Yeah.
We get a lot of shit from Halloween 2, man. We get a lot of collectible shit. I mean,
I think it's because the license is cheaper. Because if you look at some of these Michael Myers shirts and stuff like that that are actually officially licensed, they all say Halloween 2 on them.
It's because
Yeah.
Universal owns it, and so Universal pimped it out there last year because last year it was the 40th anniversary.
yeah.
That's why you saw a lot of H2 shit. That's why you've seen a lot of H3 shit come out this year because it's the 40th anniversary of H3.
The recent 2-pack and everything, like Halloween 2, man, it's popping, man.
There was a lot of H2 shit last year because it was the anniversary.
That has to go into it, man. It's just like
Yeah, the H2
Exactly.
collection significantly grew last year because of that. So, what would your give it 1 through 10?
So real quick, it's a classic, and I accept it as a classic for sure. And the wig is goofy. That's a downside. Michael Myers shrunk a foot. That's pretty weird. The grass grew where he landed from the original movie. I don't know how that happened.
it was a different location, wasn't it?
I guess when Michael Myers got shot out of that balcony, he fell on the ground and crapped out some kind of miracle grow or something. Because all of a sudden, in part 2, there's a nice fresh patch of grass that the blood's laying on.
Seven.
And
it
an
was
indention, like one of the
7
Looney
shots.
Tunes fell on it or something. So
It's
it
like
started
7.
out a little goofy for me, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then cruising through the movie, it's a decent movie, but I think it's weird the mask transitions in that movie. Like, there's no way they only used one mask because there's too many different scenes where it looks so different. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So there's no way that was like the same mask when he spun his head in that scene as the one that, when he's standing there when the mirror from the car door shows his face. Like, that's
Right.
not the same mask. There's no way.
I
So
had a question before you give us your answer. If the top, I guess, hospital scene, I believe there's 3 of them. It's Halloween 2, Kills, and then the Rob Zombie one, right? If you had to pick your favorite hospital scene from those 3, what would it be?
my favorite scene?
Hospital scene, like in
Hospital
the hospital.
scene.
Yeah.
Well, 86 kills immediately. So it would be between part 2 and Rob Zombie's.
Yeah.
What, part 2? Oh, no, part 2 from Rob Zombie for sure. That opening dream sequence or whatever it was.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
like how it just kind of like changed the subject out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
because it was a dream.
because
Yeah.
it was a dream.
Great.
But I thought that had the suspense, like it had, her getting help from someone who, to come to find out, couldn't help her. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of the great horror concepts in that scene. So I would definitely have to say Rob Zombies, to be honest. with you.
Yeah, because I used that to kind of give me, further influence on my decision on how I graded this, because, it takes place mostly in the hospital for the most part. And
Chris Ackerman's right too. And the beginning of Halloween 2,
Yeah.
he shoots him 7 times.
Shot him 7 times.
yeah, 7 instead of 6. Yeah.
Oh,
And
those
it's
are
a
so
location.
awesome. I could do one of those for $25.
I think he
that's
fell.
pretty
How did he fall in the first one? But in the
big.
beginning
Yeah,
of
plug
the
it in.
second
That
one,
thing's super.
was it the front
Right.
yard?
In part 1, he fell out off the balcony in the back of the house.
Yeah.
In part 2, he fell off the front of the house.
Yeah. And then we went from 6 shots to 7 shots.
7 shots.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And Brett Patrick, I bet you Hunt was pissed. Loomis thinking, well, good thing Loomis had his lighter because that's what he used to blow everybody up at the end.
That Lance guest slip. That's funny.
Yeah, that was great. I remember seeing it in the theater. Everybody laughed.
Yeah, that seems like a goofy moment. I would have loved to have seen that movie in the theater. That'd have been cool.
Oh, Mr. Patrick, what was your favorite hospital scene before Michael gives his grade?
My favorite hospital scene, I guess, because I do like that dream sequence in Rob Zombie's H2. I was very hopeful when I saw that the movie was going to turn out a little bit better
Different than it did, we'll
than
say.
it did. But I'm still nostalgic about H2, and when I give my review, I'll tell you why. But I would have to go with the chase scene, the first chase scene in H2.
Cool.
She first sees him and picks up the nurse and it starts the chase.
Yes.
I remember. I could still think back to that 9-year-old boy sitting in the theater watching that. Like, wow. Yep.
Wow,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
that'd be
cool. Cool, man. I was just curious, guys. Thank you for.
Okay, so not to drag on my answer, I'll let everybody in.
So 1 through 10.
I gotta be honest with you. I give it a 5.5.
What the fuck?
It's better than the middle, but it's not much farther than better. It's pretty.
That's fucking blasphemous.
I knew everybody was gonna attack me for that one.
The
Like,
tater tots and all that shit.
man, that's a great one. I gotta give you that. But there's just too much going on. I couldn't focus on that even really being Michael Myers, to be honest with you.
Wait, what did he grade Resurrection at? I can't remember.
I forget. What did you give Resurrection?
Was it a 3?
In all fairness, if I had to do it again,
What?
I would say 2. If I had to throw it out there right now, but I bet you I said 2 or 3.
Shit. All right. It's up to you, Mr. Patrick. You or me?
Well, I'm remembering my thoughts. So, for me, it's very nostalgic. Like I said, it was the first Halloween movie I saw in the theater. I went opening weekend. I told the whole story. I don't need to tell it again. So I remember I could still close my eyes and be in that theater watching it. That's why I'm like, I remember that chase scene, and I remember when Jimmy slipped on the blood. I just remember the whole theater start laughing, broke out into it because it was sold out. It was a packed theater. So I loved every part of it. I loved that it picked up from right directly from part one. I thought that was awesome. And, seeing it as a 9-year-old kid, I was just like, it blew me away. It just like the first one blew me away. I was like, wow, this is freaking awesome. And then as you get older, you start seeing, you find the blemishes here and there. But I would say, it was still great Loomis, because Loomis was fantastic in it, because it was still classic, Donald Pleasance in that. It was well before he was drunk on set, or at least he didn't show it back then. I think the characters were good. You liked Deputy Hunt as was the replacement. I thought he was pretty good. Obviously,
I don't think it would be such a far fetch from him being an alcoholic in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, not at all. I mean, come on. A lot of psychiatrists have issues because of what they have to deal with on a daily basis. So that would be totally understandable. But it was classic Loomis. It was great. I liked the way it was paced. I liked the scenes in the hospital. I mean, I'll get to the far-fetchedness in a minute. It was lit just like, because you had basically the same crew, so it was lit just like the original.
It looked good. It
looked fantastic. I mean, right down to the scene in Dr. Mixter's office where he just comes out of the darkness, just like the classic scene in part one when he comes out of the room right behind Laurie. I mean, they brought that back into play, where the girl gets where the nurse gets the syringe to the temple. The kills were great. I mean, people gave it a bunch of shit because it was more bloody than the original one, but it wasn't really all that bloody. I mean, compared to some of the other shit that came out the same time. They just had sprinkles of it. I mean, yeah, sure, he slipped and fell in a big pile of blood, but I could think of some of the movies back in '81 I saw that were a lot bloodier and gorier than that. So I could look past that. I thought the soundtrack was great. The music was awesome.
That was unique. Yeah,
it was unique. Yeah. It was creepy. The synthesizer was very, very creepy, I thought. The cover art was great with the big pumpkin with the skull inside it. I remember the commercials. I remember seeing the commercials for it when it came out, and we thought the commercials were great. So, for me, yeah, we could also do another episode on this. Like I did the whole essay on H1 with the little mishaps. I could also do it on H2 because, like I said, H2 right off the bat, there's 7 shots. He's falling off a different part of the house. When Ben Tramer gets hit, you notice his body fall forward on the hood. Next thing you know, they show him sitting straight back up, burning.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's a lot. I could go a deep dive on that too. Maybe I'll do that for another episode. Some of the mishaps, but that's also the charm of it, just like the original. You have those little cool things about it.
Because people do give it like a lot of credit. Like it's probably universally considered like the second best, right? I'm assuming.
Usually, in most lists, it's pretty much 1 and 2.
And so, I mean, it's earned its place, and it's as classic as it gets, and I love it. It's closer to the original than any other one, even
right?
If, it does go off the rails with the.
Had the same, basically the same crew, with the exception of Rick Rosenthal as director. The music was pretty much all the same, just updated with the synthesizer stuff. So I like that. I even, just for this special episode, I brought it out just to show everybody. Here is my Halloween 2 French 16mm prints.
Whoa, cool!
I brought that.
Cool, bro.
And this is my H2 16mm prints for the UK.
Did you just take a black magic marker and write on it?
I bought them that way.
It's All Dogs Go to Heaven Part 2.
This is actually what one of the reels look like.
Yeah, it's Ace Ventura.
No, the guy that sold me these actually sold me the original. Sold me the Halloween '78 print too.
I'm just playing, bro.
So yeah, no, don't think I didn't ask for proof. Come home and it's like some of these family movies, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't go to Grand Canyon. What the fuck is that? So, like I said, for me, it's my second favorite. It's near and dear. It's probably even it's great because, like I said, it was the first one I like. Most people think of the first one they saw in the theater, and that was the first one I saw in the theater when it came out, and it blew me away.
That
I
is
loved it.
huge.
And
That's like part 4 for me. I didn't see it in the theater, but it got me really quick.
I will say this: I'll never forget this because you see at the end of Halloween 2, where they put Laurie in the ambulance, and they see the smoke from them putting the fire out. It's like a rainy, damp day. Yeah. I'll never forget walking out of the theater, and it was the same type of weather. It was like I walked out into the fucking movie, and I'll never, ever forget that. It was just like the same dank, foggy day that I saw it on, and it just felt like, I'm like, shit, is the ambulance out here? Because it looked like the same type of weather. It was creepy as hell.
Cool.
Okay.
So I'll never forget that. So long story short, for me, it's my second favorite. It's got a lot of nostalgia, just like the first one. So
Hold on,
for
I'm gonna
me,
write down. Let me guess real quick. I'm gonna write down what you're gonna say. Hold on one second.
it's for me. If I have to give it a ranking, for me, it's a solid 9.
Oh,
Dang. Close. Close.
I was close.
Yeah, to me, solid 9. It's very nostalgic for me, almost even more so than the first one, because I remember seeing it in the theater and for all the other stuff, like I was saying. But I am going to do that. I'll do a deep dive and do some research on the flubs, just like I did for the first one.
It is a classic, but you can prove real quick that it's not half as classic as the original. Because I mean,
no, that's why I would never put it.
In Halloween 2, do people talk about online? Like none.
Right. No.
Nobody ever talks about bloopers in that movie. Or anything.
The only one they ever talk about, pretty much, is what they brought up before. Is like, I shot him 7 times. Pretty much that's about it.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you we could have a lot of fun, and it would be worth watching to kind of try to write down and point out all the bloopers in part 2.
I'm gonna do a deep dive like I did the first one, and we can make that one of the things we do for one of the podcasts. Sure.
That's a great idea. So the suspense is killing me, Joe.
I'm telling you, I put a lot of thought into this, and I know that for me, 2 is an extension of 1. And I know it sounds corny. It's 2, 1 and then 2. But for me, when I think of those first 2 movies, they go together for me personally. And I can't express how important 2 was for me, because it scared me to a point where, I didn't like hospitals growing up.
Not to interrupt, I will say this.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 gave me more nightmares than the first one.
Yeah.
I had not been I was in the hospital not that long before I saw that, because I had pneumonia as a kid, and I remember being in the hospital, and for some reason you would have think it was the other way around. I saw the movie first, then I'd be scared if I was in the hospital. Freaked me out because I was so traumatized by having pneumonia, and I had to be in one of those plastic booths where they had to keep pumping in pure oxygen.
Yeah, you were in an oxygen tent.
Yeah, because I have bad asthma and I couldn't breathe, so I was like in one of those two. So I kept thinking back to that after watching the hospital scenes. I used to scare the shit out of me. But go ahead, sorry.
No,
that was one of the scarier ones, especially the scenes they had in Terror in the Aisles and all that. That was definitely one of the scarier movies, because I was real young watching that one, and it was super scary.
Yeah, I can remember being really scared, hating hospitals. Because of this movie, and also being fascinated with the fact that why does he want to kill her so bad? Like, because remember, I was born in '86. This movie came out in what, '81? '81. So by the time I got to an age where I could kind of understand what the fuck was going on, I didn't realize how it kind of just, I don't know what it is. I love the mask. I love the fact that we.
What do you think of the mask, though?
I love it. I love it because it's the original, and it looks a little different because it's a different person playing the character. I love the blood eyes. I can't get enough of that shit. If I see anything with that, I'm buying it. I don't care what it is. It's just something that it's. I remember how bad it scared me, so then I'm fascinated with it now that I'm older now. But I love the gore in it. I love the fact that, Michael is still Michael. You see him hunting his prey, if you will.
Right back.
I love the hammer to the fucking head to the security guard. I love
Mr. Garrett.
Mr. Garrett. He's an asshole. He deserved that because he didn't show her how to use the radio.
Right.
Fuck that guy. I love the tater tot scene. Who doesn't? As a little boy watching that, you're just like, oh, I shouldn't be watching this. Oh shit, you know. And the sleazy motherfucker gets the girl. You know that I couldn't get that.
Come sit on my face.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
You know, the fact that, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis is wearing a horrible wig, you know, I forgive that part because she was bedridden for the most of the fucking movie, so I don't care anyways. As long as she was in it, I don't care. The ending was climactic. I love the fact that, you know, you knew they died, but they weren't really dead. I never felt that this was the end. I can remember thinking, nah, this isn't over. You
Mhm.
can't kill evil. You can't kill whatever it is that's possessing him. What else is there? Um, the fact that current day, you know, this movie spawned all the current memorabilia that I'm hunting for. You know, I'm very grateful because it gives me a chance to keep looking for this shit on a larger scale, and it keeps taking me back to the way I felt when I was a kid. So this movie, it means a lot to me more because I get more hands-on shit that I can get my hands on. So
Mhm.
I have to rate. I don't remember what I gave. I already have my listing of like my top three. I don't remember what I gave four. Did I give four an eight? I think I gave it an eight.
I think you might have gave it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it an eight. This one's gonna have to be a nine for me.
Yeah.
Nine.
Exactly. And to me, God, I just lost my train of thought because you brought up a good point, and I was thinking about it. You got to remember when it was over. I remember because back in 1981, there wasn't part 3, part 4, part 5 of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So when Michael died, I walked out of the theater thinking, all right, he's dead.
That's
And
it.
then the following year, I started seeing advertisements for Halloween 3. So we were like, oh, wow, they're going to bring him back. And then, of course, we knew that didn't happen. But that was Carpenter's plan, to kill him off and do the whole anthology thing. So it was a finality. We just thought, that's it. 1 and 2, you were done. Because right around the time I remember seeing Rocky 2 was right around that time. And we thought that was done, and that never ended either.
Fuck no.
So,
Yeah. Rocky shouldn't have ended. That was a good one. But I started watching those in the 80s after like it was already cool, Rocky 4 and all that.
But we do got some good stuff here in the chat. Let's throw up some of the stuff everybody was chatting away. Here these are all the masks. What do we got? Lance Guest slip. Yes, that was the best when he slips. Agree. What else we got?
Chris Ackerman agrees. That's a good note. Good note.
Oh, here we go. Nurse Alves was a hooker in 48 Hours. That's right. Yes, she was. And she was also in shit, what the hell did I see? Was she in Fame? I think she was in Fame also. She was in like a bunch of stuff back then. What
Real quick, what did you give? What was your points for Halloween 2, Joe?
9, bro.
You gave it a 9?
Yeah. Well, because just because I have a certain like I already know what my top 3 are, so they deserve those upper echelon scores.
1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Is that your jams?
Yeah.
In that order?
Yeah, that's it. It would be
all right.
Yep.
What about you, Patrick? 1. I'm gonna say 1. I think 2 is probably your second favorite as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
Resurrection.
Yeah, right. I know
Devotion?
it's not H2O. I know it's not Resurrection. It's not part 6. It's not part 5.
It's part 3, bro.
I think it's got to be 2018.
Give
Is
that
that
man
it?
a cigar.
Oh shit.
Ah, good one.
Shit.
All
Rob
right.
Zombie gets no top 3 love around here, huh?
Which one?
Either one. For me and Mr. Patrick.
Well, for me, it's part 1, part 4.
Uh-oh.
This is a good point that Brett Patrick was bringing up. I remember it got to be in the late 80s when Halloween 2 came to regular television. I remember watching it one night.
Joe Bob.
And it was all, if you've ever watched it, because you've seen the TV cut now, because I think it's included on the Shout Factory release, the first one. I remember watching it and seeing scenes. I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then Jimmy lives at the end when he sits up in the thing. I was like, what movie is this? This is not the movie I saw in the fucking theater.
I don't think I've ever seen that, actually. What else happens that's different?
there's a lot of different scenes that are like sort of out of order. There's a couple of more scenes with Mr. Garrett talking about, saying everybody's on drugs because they're talking about how Michael Myers killed everybody.
Yeah.
I wonder if I have one.
And there's a lot of things that are like out of order. And there's a couple of different scenes, like a couple of different flash scenes, and there's some other stuff out of order. Like when they flash back to Jamie Lee Curtis as a little girl, she's having the dream, seeing Michael sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
And there's no voice, there's no talking in it, but in the TV version, she talks. She says, "Michael, don't hurt me," if you remember that. And I'm watching this, and I'm watching like, what the hell am I watching? Is this a different movie? And then at the very end, when she's in the ambulance and they start playing Mr. Sandman and it drives away and then they show the mask burning, you see a sheet come up and she turns thinking it's Michael Myers and it's friggin' Jimmy. And they're like, "We made it. We lived." Go look at it. Go watch the TV version if you never watched it.
I'm sure. I'm trying to find because I know I have it somewhere.
I forgot about that. I remember watching it like at 8:00 on I forget what channel was on, and I'm like, "Oh, cool." I remember going home and watching it, and I was just like watching. I'm seeing these scenes, and I remember I talked to I reached out to my friend Pat. He was the one I told you was a big Kiss collector, big Halloween kid. One of my oldest friends from kindergarten. He's out on the West Coast. He lives out in San Diego, and he collects Halloween stuff. He collects Kiss stuff. And I told him, I said, "You got to come on one night and we can just sit there and talk about all the Halloween shit that we used to do and all the crazy stuff." And I remember when us talking about it after, I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck was that? Did we watch the same movie? It was a completely different movie. Go back and watch it. You're gonna be shaking your head. There's actually some real cool scenes too that they cut."
Yeah,
Really?
on YouTube, there's a guy who actually dissects the differences.
So now, if I can't find a copy of it in this collection here,
it's on the Shout Factory release. The first Shout Factory release, I'm almost positive has the TV version. Go back if you have one open.
What do you mean? The Shout Factory, the
Blu-ray?
All of them?
No, not the set. If you bought it should be in the set too. I'm almost positive it's in the set if you have an open set. Go look at it. It should say the TV version. If it says the TV version, that's the version we're talking about.
You're talking about that cool ass cartoony looking cover, right? With the slip case and all that.
I think so. I have to go back and look.
I think I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it.
I haven't watched it in so long, and it's funny because I've now showed you back to the DVD. It should be on that one. I'm pretty sure if that's the Shout Factory release. Look on the back of it, see what the special features are. Brett's saying, yeah, it does, Pat.
The theatrical version and the television cut. All right.
Yep.
I got something to do tonight. I didn't realize there was a movie in there I haven't seen yet.
Yep. Go back and watch it. You're going to see all these scenes. You're going to be like, what the hell was that?
Halloween 2 Blu-rays are the gift that keeps on giving. There's another movie to watch even to this day. There was Terror in the Isles is on one of them.
Wait, does that improve your score?
Yeah, to the DVD release. I give the DVD release. They put Terror in the Isles in it, I would give it a 7. I love Terror in the Isles.
Yeah, that's right. There's a different scene with Hunt and Loomis in the coroner's office. Actually, the scene, the Ben Tramer scene is a different scene too. It's like an alternate cut of it. It's the same thing that happens, but it's an alternate cut. And there's this in the beginning when they first bring her to the hospital emergency room. There's a scene where they're gonna strip her down, to take her clothes, put her in the nurse's gown. There's a scene with that. Watch it. You're gonna give us our review.
There you go, bro. The television version.
That's it.
All right.
And it's funny because years ago I didn't have a copy of it, and back in the early days of eBay, when people actually used to sell pirated VHS tapes before they put the kibosh on it. I have it somewhere because I transferred it to DVD. It was a Halloween 2 complete cut where somebody took the movie and then he put all the additional scenes in it and made one long movie. If I find a copy of it, I'll have to send it to you. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah!
I think I saw something online where it was
Be right back.
It was Joe Bob Briggs. And he was doing a review of his show, whatever. It was like Monster Vision or some shit. And it was that version, the TV version on TV. It was that version.
Right, exactly. Some of the scenes are out of order. And you can always tell the different scenes because for some reason they're lit with like a blue lighting.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it. That's one of the things that I always knew it was a different scene because it was like a different blue lighting, just the way the scene was lit up. It's weird, but yeah, it's fun to watch. I've put it on. It's been a while since I put that on, but it's fun to watch the television version because it's just because I forget the order of things as it's out of order unless I watch it again.
I am excited, gang. This Halloween 2 conversation has brought up an interesting thing that I didn't even know exists. I wonder how many people out there like me don't even know there's an entirely different version of the movie on this.
Right. Well, because it's sort of like I remember the same thing
when
I saw Halloween for the first time when it premiered on TV, and they had those additional scenes in the beginning.
Oh,
you know, of the girl sitting in the house, and then Loomis at the hearing for Myers when he's sentenced. You know, trying to say he should be in a more. It was like the same thing. I remember seeing that, and I was just like, but then again, back then, when you watched TV, you used to see that a lot because they had to fill out 2 hours. So if the movie was too short and they had to put their commercials in, they always have those filler scenes. So that's basically what it was. They just had to take, but they didn't reshoot scenes. They just took stuff that ended up on the cutting room floor and threw it in there.
That's cool. Super cool. Well, I'm excited about that. Okay. So what do we want to talk about next time?
Anybody got any ideas?
Yeah, let's take the last couple minutes to see if we can get some good ideas on there.
The top 5
yes. And Brett's right too. So you know how the beginning of Halloween 2 starts with the end of Halloween 1. The TV cut just goes right into the credits, the beginning credits, and then it starts. That's basically because when it's on TV, if you were to just turn the TV on, you wouldn't know what the hell you were watching. So that's probably why they reversed it back then.
Nice.
See,
that's super exciting. How in the hell?
That's it. Brett's right. USA. That's the first. That's where I first saw that cut. The USA Network used to show with that odd cut. Chris Ackerman is saying Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie. What?
What about Rob Zombie? Let's just every now and again let's just break into Rob Zombie because it's Rob Zombie. That's why.
So, if anybody in the chat, anybody on the screen, what's some cool stuff that we can show next week? Because this week was comic books.
I like the idea of Halloween 2 bloopers, and I'll be watching the movie anyway, so I'll take notes and see what I can find.
I'm gonna write it down. That's why I remember everything. I'm gonna write down, do a deep dive on Halloween 2, and I will do it gladly. I'm glad nobody's saying, Pat, could you do a deep dive on Halloween Resurrection? Because then I'll just say, no.
Good point.
H2 deep dive. Okay.
I got that. And
I mean, this is corny.
Best Loomis scenes. Did we do best Loomis scenes? Did we do something? We said we did best Loomis lines.
Yeah, and that'll probably end up being the same thing, kind of.
Right.
I mean, I have a corny idea. I got shot down last time, but I'll say the top because Halloween is so, you know, it has cultural significance. You know, the name Michael is pretty popular. I mean, you can do the top 5 Michaels in pop culture.
That name sucks.
That's easy.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can get fun with it. You can get goofy. You know, you don't have to be the obvious, but you can get fun.
Oh man, no, all the greats are Mike.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That your top 5 personal Michaels.
Well, we already got 3. Well, if we got 4 already. I mean, let me just answer that for you real quick, and then we'll see if it's worth exploring. Because I'm thinking Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, right? Me, Michael Myers, right?
Oh, you know what's on here from last week that we didn't do was the Grim Reaper drinking challenge.
Oh shit!
We had to send Bartholomew to the store to get a 40 to do the GR challenge.
Bro, you want to do that? Because for everybody in the chat, if you missed the very beginning, we're actually going to switch back to Sunday nights starting a week from this Sunday. So you want to add that, the Grim Reaper drinking challenge? To that? Okay, let me write that down.
Oh man, let's y'all call back in about an hour.
No, Brett.
Oh
Patrick,
shit! Wait. Oh wait, we can't. We can't. I could do it, but I got to find out. A week from this Sunday is Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
Oh,
do it later
really?
in the day, I'm fine. I'll probably be tuned up by then from Easter dinner with a couple of drinks. But I don't know what you guys do for
Let's
Easter
play it
if
by
that
ear
doesn't
right
work.
now. Play it
So
by rabbit ears. as
if
it
we do need to do one more Wednesday, like next Wednesday, would that be cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we'll do that. So then we'll pick up after that on Sundays. This way we get past the holiday.
Cool. Brett Patrick has a gangster idea. Do a fantasy recasting of one of the movies. And I think it should
That
be
is a
the
great idea.
Oh wow.
the original movie.
Of the original movie?
Yeah, recast the original movie.
Or can we kind of incorporate whatever characters we want,
What do you mean?
like from any movie? Like I wish this person was this person.
Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna add that. That'd be a good topic for another
Oh,
one.
you mean like for
We can like
example,
mix and match, take people from one movie, put it in another.
I wish
Yeah.
Christina Klebe was Annie in the original movie kind of thing.
Yeah, like any
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Just you can't make up any new characters.
yeah.
It got to be actual characters from the original movie that you're transforming. Then yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm writing
Brett
these all
Patrick,
down.
10 points, my friend.
Yeah, and Brett, if we we'll do the fantasy recasting for H1 for next Wednesday. Brett, shoot it in the chat if you're available. Great idea. Why don't you come on as a guest and do it with us?
That'd be gangster. You know, I was actually thinking of this when I was, in the bathroom, not doing that. I was,
Yeah, you were.
I was thinking I would like to see
Yeah, you were.
Brett Patrick's collection. You know what I mean? That he's got some gangster stuff, right?
Yeah, you could show his collection again. Maybe show us some of the stuff you might have got at the Horror Hound weekend, or some cool shit from Horror Hound, some stories.
My memory is bad, and I
He's got some good
apologize.
shit.
I apologize if I messed this up, but we haven't seen anything of his that much yet, right?
We had him on.
Things here and there, right?
Well,
We did?
We had him as a guest.
Yes, I remember that now. Was that the one I was at the hotel?
It might have. I don't know. I have to go back. Maybe.
I don't think so. No, I think you were in house. I think you were present.
So
Maybe.
remind me, Brett, isn't it what didn't he, like, we had him on, but we just had him bring on a couple of things, right?
He did a little mini tour of the room. I thought he showed some stuff, but I have to go back and watch the episode. I don't remember exactly.
Brett, I apologize, my friend.
Oh, wait.
I remember my middle name.
No, he's got it right. He was on when you were sick, but then we brought him back for laser discs.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. So
right.
I was wondering why I can't picture, because I always wanted to see his collection. I can't picture it in my head for shit. That's why I've never seen it.
Yeah, he was on for laser discs, so he probably didn't show his collection because he showed it when you were sick. So yeah,
Well,
so
I'm not trying to sign anybody up or anything, but talk amongst yourselves. And if if Brett, you're willing to come out, that'd be gangster. I'd love to see it.
yeah, if you're available Wednesday night to come on and do this with us, Brett, just shoot it in the chat or shoot me a DM, and I'll just send you the link and we'll have you on because that's a great idea. I'm actually looking forward to doing that. That'd be a lot of fun.
And I'm thinking about when is flashback weekend this year? For Chicago. Do we know?
That I don't know, Brett. What Brett would know. When's flashback weekend in Chicago, Brett?
I saw the Nationals are in July.
Because I might be able to get if that's a weekend I can get out. Maybe I'll get the help. Maybe I'll get out to Chicago.
August 5th through 7th. We should.
I can't go.
It's not a good one.
I'm away that week. I'll be down in Jersey Shore for a week with the family.
What are the odds? Right? What
Yeah.
are the fucking odds? That's how that shit goes, isn't it?
I'll be back on the 6th, but it doesn't make a difference. I wouldn't be able to get out there.
First weekend in August. I think I might try to swing out there for that. But
I just might. I got family in Chicago. I just might go.
Oh man, no, come on, guys. Everybody's going with me.
well, if I am too busy because of work to get up to Dallas for Frightmares, I will definitely be in Chicago for flashback. I can't miss both.
No, you need to get your butt to Dallas. I don't.
I
care
know.
what you say you gotta go.
I
National
know.
show is in Atlantic City. What show is in Atlantic City? I know that the New Jersey Horror Fest is in Atlantic City.
Oh, it doesn't do it in the same place every year. That sucks. I didn't look to see if it was the same thing. Okay. Well, Brett,
Yeah,
Brett.
They usually have a big horror show. The New Jersey Horror Con is in Atlantic City, which I think is this month.
I see the Chicago Horror Con Flashback Weekend, August 5th through the 7th. It's still going on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
do
still going in Chicago.
Well, cool, gang. I'm
We
loving
got to make it happen somewhere.
Halloween 2. Look for bloopers. Come up with a recasting of the original movie. I'm excited about my homework this week.
And
gang.
what stuff? And what's something we can show from the collection? Because we did comic books this week.
What are we showing from the collection this today? Everybody's showing their how many body knockers they have, or do they still need to order them first from me?
Which ones?
Like however many you want for your collection. We got Halloween 2018 body knockers for $12.99.
Brett, I definitely want to go. I just missed the Monster Mania that was a couple of weeks ago, but I know the ones. If you're gonna go to the one in September, hit me up.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the easiest ticket you'll ever find in your life is going to be a Spirit Airlines trip to Dallas, Texas for Texas Frightmares. That is the easiest commute you'll ever do in your life.
So you two need to go. That's it.
Because guess where Texas Frightmares is? In the hotel outside of the airport parking lot. Like, it's literally the same parking lot. You walk out the door of the airport, look to your right, and there's the entrance to the hotel where it's at.
Flashback is having their 20th anniversary this year, so that's the Chicago thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely can't go. I'll be away. That's not happening, unfortunately.
Dang it, Petring. But that's all right. We'll find something. But I'm looking forward to my homework, gang. I'm going to get out of here before I have to start paying overtime.
Yeah, and we'll figure out something cool. We'll chat amongst ourselves. Anybody have any ideas? Throw it in the comments.
We need
after the
something
fact.
that collection-wise talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm looking around. I have so much
What
shit.
about
That I'm trying to think.
autographs? Oh, Jesus Christ. That would take me a week to put all the autographs.
You're gonna have to take pictures and just load them all up because
Oh
they're
my
hanging
God,
up.
yeah, that's too much for me. That's going to be a hard one.
I'll think about it. We'll talk about it and figure something out.
Yeah, let's do that for now. We'll stick a pin in it because I don't want to force it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, time out. Brett Patrick wants to know when Frightmares is real quick. I want to look that up because if he could make it out there, that would
the
be
end of the
thanks.
month, the 30th through the 2nd.
The
29th
30th of this month.
What
That weekend.
29th that weekend. The 29th that weekend.
I'll guarantee I'll be there if you want to go. All right, my brothers. Well, another great weekend or week for the podcast, in my opinion. We'll catch back up on Friday. We're bringing the auction back Friday. We didn't do it last Friday because I had to take off for an event. But this Friday, we're back on like Donkey Kong, and it's going to be – I'm going to have a great-ass auction this week because I've got some bills to make up for missing last week.
And so for this Friday, my only request is put aside that comic. I'll definitely take the comic you said you put aside for me.
Okay.
And
That's already off to the side?
That H3 ad slick I kept telling you about, but you had your Big Mac, but you forgot about it.
What is that?
Remember we were showing the advertisements, the newspaper advertisement slicks when we did the press kits? Yeah. You had the H3 one, and I'm like, oh, I'll buy that. And you said, okay, I'll throw it up there. Then when I brought it up that night, you kept talking about, like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I'm like, well, then you said, why didn't you bring it up to me? I said, I did, but I think you
And
had
I
your
just take
sunglasses
this
on.
opportunity to tell you how much I appreciate you guys putting up with my bullshit. I promise you, it's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna remember 5 minutes ago in about 5 years from now. You know what I mean?
Yo, real quick, Friday, special appearance.
Oh, Joe's going to be in the house?
Special appearance.
You're gonna be in the house?
Hey, if you'll have me, I'm down.
Well, I'd be more than welcome. You can help me host we can chat some Halloween shit for the what you call it, for the auction.
Yeah, man. We can get
Awesome.
down. I got some some insight to Texas Frightmare. We can talk about whatever.
Fuck yeah. Well, hopefully, Brett, hopefully we see you, Chris, everybody, Gabriel, GK. Man, that was dumb to start naming off lists because there's all of them. Just fucking thank you, everyone. So we'll catch you on Friday at the auction, huh? And I promise you, Petring, my good buddy, I won't be interrupting your awesome ass ending to this podcast again this week.
It's like I went back. It's like he pulled out of me at the last second. I'm like, wait, you ended it too quick. What's the outro?
Go away.
Yeah, I got to get used to the fact that you got us on the next level of awesome. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm trying to be fancy.
all right. So you do your fancy thing, gang, and I will see y'all next week.
Talk to everybody Friday night. Thanks for
Cheers.
watching.